Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by. In today's video, we'll be headed north over 400 miles round trip to Ithaca College at the bottom of the New York Finger Lakes to see my son run in an indoor track meet. It's the first week in February, and heading north, the weather is something you always need to be aware of and keep an eye on. It looks like we'll have good weather, cloudy, but no real signs of any rain or snow. Temperature will be in the low 30s. And for this trip, our concerns are really the cold weather and elevation. Low temperature and heading up through the Pocono Mountains will reduce our overall efficiency. So we'll really need to keep an eye on our battery usage and the percentage of what battery we have between charging stops and our final destination. Please stick around and enjoy our day trip through Pennsylvania and New York State. Thanks for watching. We head out with 90% charge and around 38 degrees Fahrenheit. We will be heading directly north up the PA Turnpike through the Pocono Mountains and hooking up with 81 North past Scranton, PA. The weather was good, the traffic was light. We should make it all the way up to Kirkwood, New York, our first charging stop, in about 2.5 hours and around 150 miles. With the weather cold, we were keeping an eye on our battery consumption. Heading north, we'll be going through the Pocono Mountains with an increase in elevation, which means more battery power and lower efficiency. The good news is Tesla computer takes into account average speed, elevation, temperature, and the weather when it creates a trip plan for charging stops. As long as you are not racing with huge acceleration changes, the plans are pretty accurate. Even if you're racing, the plans update based on your driving and the weather conditions. When we first started taking road trips, we would overestimate the amount of battery energy we needed. We would pull into charging spots with 20 to 30% battery available. With more experience and confidence, we now try to plan our charging stops with around 10% battery charge left. This allows us to maximize the charging curve and reduce the time we need to charge. For Teslas, the superchargers provide the most charge when the battery is warm and in between 10 to 50%. It starts to slow down considerably after 50%. So the more time you can charge between 10 and 50, the less time it'll take. Typically around 5 to 10 minutes on a 250 kilowatt charger when the batteries are warm. You could also view the estimate of battery usage and percentage of arrival estimate on the trip screen monitor, allowing you to adjust your driving if needed. Right after we passed the New York state line, the car automatically started to precondition the battery by heating up so that when we arrive at the supercharger, the battery temperature is optimized for charging. Batteries charge best in a warm temperature range, and the car will adjust and set up for that range before it arrives at the charging station. Okay, we arrived at the Kirkwood, New York supercharger with about 8%. Let's see how far we went. Let's see if our trip.
About 143 miles.
So we went 143 miles. Total energy was 57 kilowatts. With an average of 397 watts per mile, which going uphill in the mountains was not bad.
A lot of elevation.
Yeah, and the temperature was about 31 degrees the entire time, so not too bad. So we got here with 8%. So I think these are
supposed to be 250s.
250. So they should literally.
Hopefully it's gonna ramp up.
It should ramp up. Looks like it is. It's currently at 127 now. And when we get a little above 11, it should ramp up. Yeah, so we're above 10% now. Once you get above 10%, you start to ramp up, and it looks like we're getting up above, up around 184, 190. And there we go, 200 kilowatts. So right around 11% or so, we got up to 200. So now we just need to figure out how far we need to charge to make it to Ithaca, but then we need to come back too. So we need to probably put a stop to come back here.
Yeah. Let's remember where we're going.
And then add the other, yeah.
Add a stop. This one. There we go.
Okay.
Let's see the best way to do this.
There we go. So currently we're at 7% to get to...
Negative 7%.
Oh, negative 7% to get to the college, Ithaca College. And then we're going to have to... And then on the way back, we need to hit the Ithaca New York supercharger. So that's what we need to get probably around 20% or so, considering we'll be hanging around. The car will be sitting in the cold, also the cold weather, just so we have enough to make it to that supercharger on the way back. While we were charging at the Kirkwood location, we noticed that the superchargers are the new Magic Dock versions, which allow non-Tesla EVs to charge with a CCS adapter. You download the Tesla app, select a QR code, and set the charging station, and the CCS connector built in opens, allowing you to charge. Tesla has slowly started to deploy these chargers for other CCS EV cars. This is great for non-Tesla EV car owners. Okay, we've been here about 10 minutes. We went from 8% to 66%. We're now only getting about 88 kilowatts in. So it's slowed down considerably. So we're going to head out now. We'll certainly have plenty to get to Danbury or to the Ithaca College, and then either Ithaca, New York, or Kirkwood here again on the way back home. So we're going to head out. Got plenty to juice, and we'll keep moving on. We made it to Ithaca College around 12:30 and parked right next to a Ford F-150 Lightning EV pickup. We made it just in time to see our son run his first race. Okay, we just finished up the track meet. Will did a great job, had a good time, had a lot of fun. Now we're ready to drive home. So we've done 204 miles so far, right? And total of 76 kilowatts energy used, 372 watts per mile.
That's probably because we were going uphill, right? Like compared to our Disney trip at 333. That's all the altitude that we gained.
Yeah. So it's definitely going up mountains here, and we've got I guess another probably 3.5-4 hour ride back. To another 200 miles. Okay, let's see what we've got here going home. Let it calculate. Oh, looks like we'll be stopping at the same one we
Kirkwood, New York.
Yep. So we'll be stopping at the same one that we did last time. At 8%. And then we may even have to, based on how fast we drive, we may have to stop off at another one on the turnpike. But at least that's the first one.
We know where that one is.
Yeah, and it's at 8%, considering we're at 35%. And it was kind of it was, 40 minutes or an hour, right, to get there?
It says it's going to take us an hour. It's 53 miles to get to Kirkland.
Okay. All right, great. So we'll head back to Kirkland, and 250 kilowatts, 8 stalls, fill up there, and then find some place to eat on the way home from there.
That sounds good.
Okay, we're here at the Kirkwood, New York supercharger. I think there are 8 to 10 stalls, 250 kilowatts. We got here with about 7%, and we're just warming up now. So it'll probably take to about take up until about 10% before we start to get the 200 or so kilowatts. But we're the only ones here, so we're charging up. Let's take a look at what we've done so far. So our trip, we've done a total of 260 miles. We've used 97 kilowatts of energy, average 372 watts per mile. And currently looks like we got about 20 minutes if we want to charge all the way to see if we can make it home from here, which would be quite a ways. I mean, that's almost 200 miles, so I'm not quite sure we're going to be able to do that, especially with the weather and us going uphill again into the mountains. So we probably still have another stop. We'll hang out here, get charged up, and looks like now we're already at 16 kilowatts that we're bringing in. So we're doing pretty well bringing it all in, and we'll keep that. We'll keep charging until it really slows down below 150, and then we'll probably move on. So doing pretty well. Getting 193 kilowatts in, and we've only been here a few minutes, and we already went from 6% to 28%. Okay, we are here at the Jim Thorpe superchargers off the rest stops right off of PA Turnpike Northeast Extension 476. These are, I think they're 250 kilowatt superchargers. We came in at about 12%. And we're getting already 215, 218 kilowatts, 221 now, 24. Boy, we're going up there. 28, 236, 251.
Yeah, it was
250 kilowatts. Wow, that's pretty good. We're moving along pretty quickly here. Already up to 17%, and I just plugged it in 2 seconds ago. So I don't think that we need all that much, to be honest. We'll be here less than 10 minutes. Probably another 10 minutes or so to get what we need to complete the ride. Things are going well, and this will probably be our last stop before we get home. Let's see what time. It's 8:48 now. We should be home by 10 o'clock. All right.
We made it home around 10:30 p.m. It was a long day, but it was worth the trip to see Will run and compete. We drove about 405 miles with 3 charging stops, 1 on the way up, 2 on the way home. Average charging stop time was about 10 minutes. We averaged 337 kilowatts per mile, used 123.3 kilowatts, with a charge cost of about $30. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give a thumbs up and consider subscribing. I'm planning on making more video content of our EV travel experiences. Have a good day and take care.